learn to value the trips back into yourself, because only within yourself will you find the one who truly loves you for you. Even God.
Spent pretty much of my childhood years in Mathare. That's where I've learned much of my art form, interacting with hip-hop artists, and yeah, they became a major influence on me. I write both English and Swahili. Swahili majorly Sheng, but after high school, I came across some poets, a group of poets based in Nairobi. They are called the Hisia Zangu. That's where I got introduced to performance poetry. I started to write about things outside love, relationships, daily life basically. I got into more practical ideas, politics, religion.
You see, I grew up on a street where families only held together by the prayers they said before meals. Love could be quantified, you only had to state a price. Where girls walked in chiffon.
I'm currently a second-year student, Multimedia University, studying business information technology. It's pretty much of a hassle, considering I can say I'm my own manager. I have to go out, create my own content, the material I have to perform, to find the shows to perform, the workshops to attend.
Saturday newspaper lifestyle columns won't write about that single mom who works 5 to 9 to feed her 5 kids and pay her dues.
Considering the time period I've been performing poetry, it has started paying back, but it's not a consistent income. That's hoping that poetry catches up with the society in Kenya. Not many people outside of Nairobi actually accept poetry or are familiar with it, so it's pretty much hard getting people to actually pay for a show. I'd say it's all caused by the lack of mentorship, because if you look up to poets who you can say have really made it big in the Kenyan poetry scene, you can't really come up with numbers. You'd name like 2 people and that's it.
Not until I was old enough did I realize the echoes of a mother's cry, the hopes of a child held in her hands, and that 20+ years couldn't make up for even an hour of labor.
Personally, in social media, and that's where I market my work. I get people to come for events. I run a blog, it's called The Jesus Pieces. It's a platform for people outside of Kenya to see my work.
Talk about that wife who prays and fasts, hoping that for the first time in 2 weeks, her man will sleep by her side, not in another woman's arm.
Power to move people, it has power to inspire people. Spoken word is, I'd say it's life. Poetry is mostly written to be read. So spoken word is pretty much performance poetry. It's not just writing your work and leaving it there. It's writing your work, expressing it, giving it the life it needs.
Not until I was old enough did I realize that maybe this is the strength of a woman. And maybe God is a woman.
For me, a milestone will be to actually get to a point where I can run an event or something that people can come, share their ideas, and speak through their art form.
You will rise. You will rise above and beyond the expectations they set for you. You will rise.
Kaesa unadu?
For real, man,